Salvete. I'm Hortensia Faustina, and this is my new friend.
New friend.
Well, I've known you for a month, it's true.
I've known you for a month in person. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right.
Exactly.
Canis, Latrans, nice to meet you.
Oh,
Very nice. The two Americans in the room, we're happy to be here in Ukraine. And of course, being the best English speakers here, we wanted to kick off this video series of interviews for all of you at home that speak English as well. So with that, my lovely colleague here.
So you don't care about the Latin speakers?
Not at all. No. English is the dominant language. No, absolutely.
Get away with you.
You're absolutely right. We've got to respect our Roman traditions. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Though my 2 years of Latin are anywhere close to even my Ukrainian, which is pretty subpar there as well. So.
I'm learning Ukrainian too. So tell me, you came here like a month ago. How do you like Poltava?
Well, let me tell you first, this was supposed to be a 2-week trip, as you very well know. As all Americans say when they do any sort of homework for their teacher, a dog ate my passport. So I've been stuck here now. Yeah, it's been forever. We're going close on 45 days now here in Poltava.
Wow, really?
I'm trying to be an illegal immigrant here in Ukraine, really.
We want you, stay.
Yes, I want to stay. But alas, we are going home soon.
Oh, God, don't. He's so great. I'm really upset about it. It's been so wonderful.
You know, it has been an absolute joy. I have fallen in love with Poltava. It is a city unlike many others here in Ukraine. And I'll tell you, when I first got to Ukraine, we went to this city called Lviv.
Yeah.
And I had never heard of Lviv. And boy, was I amazed on how beautiful of a city it was. It's like the cultural capital, I think, of Ukraine.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
Old European city.
European coffee shops everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Just the most beautiful architecture. People, music, everywhere.
Yeah.
I think nothing can possibly beat Lviv.
Yeah.
And then we take this train through, overnight train, through Ukraine.
Was it hard getting here? I meant to say.
It was and it wasn't. Of course, all the airports are closed, as you know, right now in Ukraine. And so what wound up happening was I flew into Budapest and I took a bus from Budapest into Lviv.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty easy, Parks. I will say that I was one of the only guys on the bus. Because most people coming back are all women and children. But, I get into Lviv. And, of course, our great friend Corvus meets me at the train station.
Oh, so great.
He was great. And I'll never forget, we had been talking for years, as I think most people who are members of the Templum have been.
It's true.
And when we finally saw one another, I'll never forget what he told me. He said, there's this war going on, and a big part of me said, don't come. I don't want you to come. I don't want to risk your life. But the other part of me said, we've been talking for so many years. I just wanted to meet you. So I'll let you be the decision maker.
It's so true. When I was going to move here, Corbett said there's talk of a war. Maybe you should put it off. And I was like, no, I don't want to put it off. And I came here and I had to get evacuated. I fled. I went because no Romans helped. I went to Turkey and I came back. And I don't regret a minute. It's been fantastic.
Absolutely. So he got me on the overnight train. We both took the overnight train into Poltava. We get off, and it's gorgeous.
Oh,
I mean, the manicured parks, the old city buildings. The people are so nice. There's these streets that have been cut off from cars, and they're walking only streets. It is gorgeous. Oh, cafes everywhere. The only part that I have to say as an American, and you can notice it by this interview, is, man, Ukraine needs to learn how to use AC because I'm just sweating my face off here from the heat.
Don't be such a wimp.
I know. I'm a bad Roman here. Bad Roman.
Yeah, you're sweating. I'm cool as a cucumber. I love the climate here. It was like 23 the other day, which is like 72 in America. I'm getting Celsius down, so that's cool. But
and they'll probably put in the YouTube description that I live in Florida. Don't let that fool you. I actually lived in New England for 10 years.
That's true.
I'm still adapting to the heat. So that's it right
that's
there.
true. But you got here and what about the Templum? I mean, you heard about it. I'd heard about it. What was the reality like?
You know, there are very few moments in my life that I can say that something brought me to tears. And I got here, and bless Faustina. God, I'm getting emotional here just talking about it. To finally see what years of emails and design talks and conversations and votive sent and money sent and just planning and talking and feeling like at the end of the day you were the only person you knew making rituals to the gods. And feeling so alone and seeing the templum for the first time. I mean, here I am, a grown man, and I'm on the verge of tears.
Big one too. I saw his tears. A big strapping guy, and it was so fantastic to see your reaction. Oh my God!
And to be honest, it was the only thing that I think at the end I had thought so many times. How will I tell Corvus how proud I am of him and his work? And when the body tears like that, when the soul tears, that's everything. It's all that needs to be said.
Oh, totally.
And
oh God.
And I'll tell you too, to perform your first ritual, you and I have talked about this.
Oh God, yeah.
I think most of us who participate in Templum, certainly there's a lot of younger people. I think this maybe relates to more than those folks who have families, but so often we perform our rituals in the privacy of our homes. We perform the rites in the privacy,
all alone,
all alone, except for the spirits amongst us. But it's something that you become so comfortable doing because you do your daily prayers, you do your daily rituals and whatnot. But to do it in front of other people, I became so nervous. I love public speaking. I love getting in front of people, but to do the first one. My hands were shaking.
No, there's no reason to.
But it was your first time, and then to do it, man, you just felt like you're on the tallest mountain.
It's fantastic.
You felt like you were part of this global community, and you were part of something so great. And I wish. Darn it, I wish there wasn't a war because more people need to come here,
Absolutely. It's fantastic. I do more rituals now, but I remember my first one when I was doing to Caramenta because I'm the Flaminica Caramentalis, and it was sort of mind-blowing, to have the music, to have Titus and Corvus. They were handing me things. They were acting as my temple assistants, ministry. It was just mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I'm so spoiled now.
and
oh God.
I had shared this story with you, but I think it is important that we share stories like this with our greater audience. During my ritual to Sanctus, I had, for almost 2 years, I had felt like that maybe I hadn't fulfilled a vow to the fullest extent that I should have. And when Titus had handed me a votive to give, or a cake to give to during the offering.
Oh, a libum.
A libum.
Yeah.
I got burnt by the fire, and I said, "Okay, I deserve that. That I deserve that, and that was well deserved."
Oh no.
And and then at the end of it, though, I'll never forget it. When we finished the ritual, a dove flew. From across, it flew from the home and over the templum, and I just said, okay, everything is at peace now. I've traveled from the USA halfway around the world.
You did.
I've established this collegium. I've established the altar. I've performed the first ritual in person. Whatever happened has happened, and we're on good terms now. And that was the most. I mean, it was the biggest weight lifted from my shoulders in such a long time. And there were so many moments like that in the last couple days.
Our relationship with the gods is reciprocal. Do ut des. I give that you may give. And
absolutely.
To be at a temple, to be at the altars of the gods, you can give the sacrifices, the wine, the libum, the incense, and you feel the rapport that the gods will favor you.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you the other big thing that I loved about being here is seeing the herbs in our future home.
Oh, yeah, the herbs.
Now, I got to tell you, I'm still debating if I want to be your neighbor or not. Too many Americans on one street, and we're going to have problems,
on
you know?
the Vicus Hortensias. Forget it. Forget it. It's an elite neighborhood.
It is.
We don't want the likes of a Floridian there. Sorry.
You got to keep the sweats away from you, you know? But, you know, folks, I'm telling you from the heart here. If you live anywhere in this world, there's no reason why you shouldn't become a member of the herbs. If you've already become a member of the Templum, if you're already making a contribution monthly, if you're a member of the Patreon group, if you have a fascination with the Roman gods, you must get involved. And I'll tell you, there are so many signs and movies and books, and culture of Romanism is starting to grow across the U.S., across the globe. Huge. And now is the time to show your faith, to show your religion. And not be ashamed of it. Speak truthfully. That's one of the things you and I have done at the restaurants. And I think that's been, we go out to dinner and we talk about why we're here in Poltava. Why are these crazy Americans, these native speakers, as they call us, why are you here? And being honest, saying we're not here training soldiers. We're not here doing that. But we are here because of our faith.
Oh, well, I'm a cultrix of the First Order, and when the invasion came, I prayed to Magna Mater, the great mother of the gods, just like the Romans did when Hannibal was at the gates. And the gods are favoring us. So I'm proud to be here. Exactly. We're both proud to be here.
Extremely proud to be here, and extremely proud to met so many people, to tell our story. And we must be proud of our story. We must do more to grow our community. There's a lot of historians out there who are studying it, but they live their own lives. They worship different gods.
We live it. It's fantastic. Oh,
I will tell you, I'll sort of end, I guess, on this note, which is that I see the power of the gods every single day. I really will say that. And it's Christians, I think, look at miracles, and what I look at all those times when something happens that there's no cause for other than some divine influence to step in. When you get in the left lane for no reason except that suddenly you feel you should turn on your left directional, and you get in the left lane, and suddenly you look over and there's a piece of debris in the right lane that you didn't see, or something like that. It's those small daily things that happen.
The gods preserve you,
Yes, absolutely. There's small things, there's large things. If you put in the effort and you ask for their influence,
absolutely,
then you'll be blessed by it.
Absolutely.
And it all starts with the Templum here, and having a place that we can truly worship at.
Oh,
it's so true.
It's fantastic. Oh, don't go back.
I know, absolutely.
I'm going to keep it here forever.
Absolutely.
That's also the wonderful thing, that people you've talked with, that you have online friendships with, when you see them, when I met Titus, when I met Corvus, mind-blowing. It's so fantastic.
It really is. It really is. Anybody that wants to come to Ukraine, I mean, they have been nothing but phenomenal hosts. You know, Mark's my favorite brother. He's been so great since he's been here. That's an inside joke. But no, they've been a great family. They've hosted us well. We've had so much great food here.
Oh, God.
Don't be confused.
They love Americans in Ukraine, in Poltava. If you're an English speaker, I studied Russian, so I can get along fine. People are great. If they want to practice their English, they understand me, when I speak to them. So it's not a problem at all.
I do think we glossed a little too much over the current situation in Ukraine, though. This is a war zone. And there is a war going on. There are a lot of people dying right now. There's a lot of destruction that Russia is causing. While here, I was in Kiev, and you know this very well. I was very, very close to a missile strike. It was one of the most terrifying moments of my life. I felt it in my body. I heard it. I was just, about 2 blocks away from where a missile hit an apartment building and killed 4 people. It was a terrifying moment. Already today, I think on our phones, we've had 4 or 5 air raid alerts. I mean, it is a dangerous place. But whatever reason you want to believe, Poltava is a very safe place to be. And I like to think that it's because of our work here and the blessings that we make, the votums we make, the templum.
Absolutely. Magna Mater protects us, just like she protected Rome. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Optimus Maximus also.
There's, Christians will say one reason, historians will say another, Russians will say another, but I know in my heart the real reason.
Absolutely.
And I think when more people turn to our faith, they will see the same results.
All you have to do is do ut des. I give so that you may give.
Yep.
Just try it.
Absolutely. And I think we have soldiers here too that are members of the Templum.
Absolutely.
Who are fighting. So there's those folks who are really making a difference as well.
One soldier erected an altar to Sol Invictus, who's very popular.
And actually, when I met Corvus in Lviv, I should have mentioned this earlier. When I met him in Lviv, the very first day that we had together, we had coffee, and then we went and we volunteered for about 4 to 6 hours.
That was wonderful. Yeah.
And we made meals for the troops on the front lines.
That was a fantastic thing to do.
And that was such a great experience for us to do. Giving back. It was a great way, and talking about our faith to the other volunteers and why we're here. It was very special.
Super.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've come to the end. We've talked a lot. It's fantastic. And I just want to say to everyone, valete.
And I'll say goodbye.